Hello there, welcome to the live chat session. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you, Abe Kareo, for responding with yes. Warm welcome to all of you on joining the live chat session. Three main topics in this live chat. Firstly, Fano's activities in some cities, Don strikes in the Amhara region, two details for you. Secondly, Eritrea, EU, Eritrean government officials exchanged some statements in the last 2 days about the presence of Eritrean forces in Tigray, alleged presence of Eritrean forces in Tigray. Thirdly, Sudan, Houthi Burhan meeting. Is Burhan ready to have a meeting with Houthi? What are Houmathi's views about a likely meeting with Burhan? Why is Burhan ready to meet with Houthi now? Let me welcome the participants who have joined this live chat session so far. Klaus Neo is the first one who has commented. He says, "Hello, Sajid." Klaus is one of my regular viewers. Warm welcome to you, Klaus. Pisha Asable says, "Hi, Sajid." Mihari has joined too after little break. Welcome back, Mihari. Sammy S says, "Hi, Sajid. How are you? I'm fine." Abe Kareo says, "Hello, brother." John Joe, "Hello, brother. You welcome." Teme Kinfo says, "Evening, sir." Dilhas says, "Hey, gentlemen, welcome." Jumble from Gondar, I remember, says, "Hello." We have Hana Hello, who says, "Yes," confirming that she can hear me. Mulalagan Vubante, another regular viewer. I remember his name is part of the live chat session too. Y Sal says hi. Yasin Gatahun says good afternoon. Uh, People in this live chat are from all over the world. People saying good evening, good afternoon. That is the beauty of this live chat. People from all parts of the world, from all ethnicities, from all regions, from all countries join. Then we have Daniel Solomon, Dilhas, Musi Habtis, Shamsu, M. Tadase, Aaron David says, "Hello, Mr. Sajid. Did you believe Sudan and Ethiopia can break again? Never ever." Okay, I'll respond to it. Uh, we have Irmias Abdisa, Burji Suyama, another regular participant. Mehret Adugnao says, "Hello, brother. Hello, Sajid. Do you think ENDF without heavy weapons and drones strike can contain Fano?" Drones are making a big difference. Samuel Faleke, Adolf IA, Nahom WG, TE, EMDOS, Mange, Habisha, DJ Shomye, Rathio, Kifa. Some names in Amharic, Evit Tedros, Pelimavi Hele, Magatism back after some break, I think. Drum, Hussein Habor. Then a viewer has written a comment in Arabic, I think. Godolias Nigash, Avit Tedros, Engesom, Photo, Beware, Uzil Gunner, welcome Uzil, Siraj, welcome Siraj. Thank you for joining this live chat. I think I have mentioned all the viewers who have joined this live chat session so far. Magatism, I was in Gaza mix-up. You're following the developments in Gaza, I think. Elizabeth Mirsha, "Hi, Amhara will win the war." Let's hope that the conflict in Amhara comes to an end because we don't know who is going to be the side with gains in the end. I don't use the terminology of win, mostly defeat, etc., especially win, because wars are always deadly, devastating. War destroy nations, groups, people, ethnicities, and regions. So no one actually wins in wars. Other people kill each other. Raswan, hello brother. Can there ever be any peace in Ethiopia in the near future while the current government is in charge? Well, let me respond to this one question. Then I'll speak on the three main topics of the live chat. Who is to blame for the instability conflicts in Ethiopia? Can we say that it is government alone which is responsible for all the ills in Ethiopia? Can we blame just Ethiopian government for the war in northern Ethiopia, which went on for 2 years? It always takes two to tango. Government should be blamed more. Government is in charge, it is in power, it has all the resources, it has all the weapons, all machinery, all forces. So government is to blame more than others. But we cannot say that all wars are being, all conflicts are being caused by government. But again, I would say that in the end, it's the responsibility of the government to be resolve conflicts. So yes, if there are conflicts and conflicts cannot be contained, then government should be held accountable. People should have right to change the government, which is a democratic right. But this right is denied in Ethiopia. Mulugata says, I am your viewer for almost 3 years. Happy to say you hello first time, Sajid. Welcome, Mulugata. Happy to see you here. I hope you'll be a regular participant in the live chats. Semper Fidelis has joined too. Government is solely responsible since it holds highest authority in the country. Yes, government is responsible, I agree. But sometimes other parties cannot be declared innocent too. But in the end, it's government should be held accountable. Biniam says, how are you? I'm fine. Million, the PM is the warmonger. How can one person become an enemy with the Oromo, Amhara, and Tigray people? You tell me. Well, those people who are in power, they always want to consolidate their power. That is what their agenda is. So, who is the role model for Abiy? Maybe Sasavuki, maybe Yoweri Museveni, maybe uh, Rwandan Paul Kagame. Maybe he wants to be in power forever in Ethiopia. He wants to consolidate his power. When you want to consolidate your power, you have no regard for human rights, for democratic values. Now, let me start. First topic is about Fano and some Don Stikes. Can I start? Samper, is it true Tigray is backing Fano? Okay, I'll cover this question in the first part of this live chat. Okay, let me start. First topic of the live chat is about the Amhara region. Fano fighters carried out an attack in the regional capital today, Bahir Dar. I've been able to confirm. I talked to the people there who has confirmed this attack. A few days ago, if you remember, Fano fighters or unknown people threw some hand grenades at some schools, including a school owned by the famous Ethiopian athlete, Haile Selassie, I think. Today, Fano fighters entered Kabele 14 of the regional capital. We must not forget, Bahir Dar is the regional capital, seat of Amhara Regional President, Amhara Regional Council. What was and the fighting went on for several hours there. People were frightened. Parents were frightened too. They rushed to schools to pick their children. Uh, there was a panic like situation in Kabbalah 14 today. Yeah, Haile Gebrselassie. Yes, thank you for correction. That's it. Uh, what happened in Kabbalah 14? In Kabbalah 14 today, Fano fighters targeted a militia. A militia and police gathering was targeted by Fano fighters. Around 6 casualties confirmed, which have been confirmed to me by the people. Casualties in the ranks of militia and police. I don't think END of the target. Target was militia. And we know that Fano fighters have been targeting militias. Why? Because they don't want anyone in Amhara to join militias. They are against the recruitment of militia. They've been warning militias, by the way. They've been issuing statements telling people that people should not join militias and police, that militias and police are legitimate targets for Fano fighters. And this is not the first attack by Fano fighters on militia members. Several attacks have been carried out by them in different parts of the Maya. They want to ensure that government is unable to find recruits for militias and police too. So, Fano fighters managed to hit a regional capital today. That just shows that though they are suffering in terms of drone strikes, their people are dying, still they are there. This conflict isn't going to end. A protracted conflict. I used this term months ago. In May, I used this term that there is going to be a protracted, prolonged conflict in the Amhara region. Government in July was underestimating Fano, but later we saw that Fano turned into a bigger force with thousands of Amhara special force members who joined Fano. Now, government is relying on drone strikes. It believes that through these drone strikes, Fano groups can be crushed. Fano groups are suffering losses. Their advance in some areas checked. But to say that Fano groups are about to collapse totally, that this conflict is going to come to an end, no, that is not what on the ground situation is. Fano fighters entered Shua Robit today. I did a video on that. Main city in North Shore zone of Damhari. Last night they entered Emmanuel. There was fighting close to Emmanuel too. And Emmanuel to W. Marcos road remained closed. They captured some ENDF members near Emmanuel. They have shown some captives from North Shore too. I don't know if the pictures are genuine or not. I don't know, but they have shared some pictures today from Shore Orbit reportedly. But their entry in Shore Orbit today, in Bahir Dar today, and in Emmanuel last night confirmed. That just shows that they are there. Yes, they'll die. They're dying, but it does not mean that they are going to surrender. It does not mean that they have decided to lay down arms. Secondly, Dega Demote, 2 days ago, Fano fighters entered Faras Bath, which is the main city in Decademore. They remained there for some time. They stayed there. Later, they withdrew, and after that, there were drone strikes in Decademore. Dozens were killed in 4 drone strikes in Decademore. Fano fighters say civilians have been killed. I don't know. I try to confirm the strikes, the casualties in strikes. Casualties happen. Difficult to say who are the victims, but several dozens rather were killed in 4 drone strikes in Degadimot around 24 hours ago. Degadimot is in Gajam. So this is the overall situation. Fighting, as I said in some videos yesterday, that fighting ongoing on multiple fronts. But I only mention those fronts which are major fronts. I cannot cover each and every front where there is limited engagement between Fano and military. I only talk about major developments like Fano's entry in uh, the capital, regional capital, Bahir Dar, and the main city in Shorobit, that is North Shore. Tikam Tafira says hello. She has joined. I remember that. I think she told me once that she is female. Tikim is maybe female name. Magatism and Komsa both are engaged in some discussions. Both are very learned people, by the way. DJ Shumye, let me address one question from Samper, who talked about alleged support from Tigray for Fano fighters. I have no information, I have no evidence, but it is being claimed by prosperity backed social media activists that in some way Tigray is involved. That they claimed yesterday that a truck full of weapons was captured in the Amhara region in Filakat Garagara. The truck came from Makale. Before that, they claimed that General Fiseha was planning assassination of Amharas in Addis Ababa, and he wanted to fuel conflict between Amharas and Romos. So TPLF, Tigray government is being implicated. So far, I think the corresponding evidence is missing. Escol says its strikes are largely effective against conventional forces. That is why Ola has survived so long. While on the other hand, the TDF got destroyed. I agree with you. Yes, that these don't strikes are deadlier against conventional forces with heavy weapons, less effective against guerrilla groups. But then Fano will have to operate like guerrilla groups. It cannot then launch large scale attacks. It cannot storm big cities. It cannot take control of big cities. But it will have to operate like Ola. That will put some constraints on Fano's ability to move across Amhara region swiftly. LM Gizao, one of my members, one of our channel members has joined. I can recognize channel members by the badge. This badge, which is issued to the members once they join. You can be a member. I'll share the link in comment section. The link is given in the description section of this live chat session too, and in description section of all the videos. You can click the link and you can be a member. A badge will be awarded to you. So it will be easy for me to recognize you. Alam says, are they showing coordination or some sense of urgency? Coordination among Fano groups. EW Ethiopia. Do you think Ola are in bed with Abiy? I don't think so. For years, I've been opposing this theory, rather, that that Ola and Abiy are two sides of the same coin. I don't agree. Beware any independence movements that the government should be worried about. Who is struggling for independence in Ethiopia these days, by the way? No one. Fano's manifesto is not about independence. Ola's manifesto is about self-determination. And TPLF has abandoned call for independence. So there is no major group in Ethiopia now which has publicly stated that it wants an independent country. No one is here now, I think. Aman Washe says, hey all. How are you, Aman? Fano is a dead horse that could not even fight and free a territory Goetiom Gizai says. I don't agree, by the way. Peace and love says Mr. Sai, congratulations for 74K subscribers. Thank you, peace and love. By the way, some YouTube channels buy subscribers. You can purchase subscribers. You can purchase views too. But I never did that. All these subscribers, the genuine subscribers. Let me welcome Daniel Abate, one of my longtime friend. He has been with me for the last 3 years, stays in touch with me, but he has been a bit busy. I think today he made it to this live chat session. How are you, Daniel? Jumble, do you think that government will lift the command post because it is saying everything is returning to normalcy? Important question from Jumble. Uh, Government might lift the uh, state of emergency, but it will not withdraw forces from the Amhara region. I still maintain that if ENDF starts withdrawing from the Amhara region, Fano groups would start sweeping across the Amhara region. Military is the only barrier between Fano and total control of the region. Police and militia cannot stop Fano. So whether state of emergency is lifted or not, I don't see the withdrawal of ENDF from Amhara region happen. It might start, but you'll see that ENDF will stay here. Non strikes will continue. Strikes will continue. Johannes is making a point saying no comparison between TDF and Fano because TDF faced multiple forces, regional forces, etc., drones, etc. Yes, we cannot compare TDF and Fano. TDF was tested in true sense of the word. Tigray was under siege, a deadly siege. So you cannot compare TDF and Fano. I agree. Moni Moni says, Sadi, please help. I am surrounded by Fano fan club members in Denver. I think you can handle them, by the way. Daniel says, I was in Frankfurt and I am back. Welcome back, Daniel. Beware. Do you think Eritrea is funding Fano? Well, let's not make predictions or speculations. Let's not make predictions. Let's not spread propaganda. But where is the evidence? We can say Eritrea is backing Fano otherwise, but where is the evidence? We shouldn't blame Eritrea without any evidence. So if anyone has evidence, I am ready to analyze the evidence and share with you, but we don't have evidence. Eritrea does not need to be involved in Ethiopia. I think Eritrea maybe knows that uh, Ethiopians are fighting among themselves. Eritrea does not need to intervene, I think. Someone is complaining about my internet speed. It's buffering, someone is saying. I think speed is fine. Okay, peace and love is confirming speed. One comment from a viewer about what to do economically in a war-torn country. Well, war-torn country is supposed to rebuild. Problem is that Ethiopia has entered into a new conflict. Amhara region in Amhara is a new conflict. So war in Tigray ended, warlike situation emerged in Amhara. So one after the other, conflicts ongoing. How can the country recover from the 2-year long war? Alim says it's working fine. Thank you, Alim. Komsa says Fanos are being dragged out from house to house, from bars to bars. People are giving information where their hideouts are. Business owners in Wallo are fed up with causing economic disruption. Well, come on, Komsa. It's not that Fano fighters have lost public support. Maybe what you're saying is happening in some parts of Wallo, but overall, still Fano groups are in a good shape, I think. And I don't think that Amhara region's residents would face Fano. Mm, They would face the risk of facing Fano by providing intelligence about Fano's movement. I don't think that it is happening because Fano fighters have assassinated those in the past this year. Those people who were giving information about Fano to military. It happened in Gondar, in the parts of Amhara region too. Free Eritrea from Isaias is the name. And he says, Hi Sajid, how are you? How have you been? I'm fine. Yonka Bulada TV says, Salam. Walaikum Assalam. S called Sajid is the Afar and Somali clashes. Was it regional forces or militias? No, no regional forces were involved, reportedly. Tribal forces mainly involved. Volde Tensai, would you like to learn Tigrinya or Amharic? Well, if I start learning one language, I would be accused of supporting that ethnic group. So learning all the language at the same time not possible. Maybe I'm better off without learning these languages. Aman Washe, people stop asking nonsense questions. We as a country on the verge of collapse. The complexity of Ethiopian conflict is beyond the norm. I read a video about these collapse theories that Ethiopia is about to disintegrate. I strongly disagree that Ethiopia is about to collapse, by the way. Arfano in Bahir Dar, no, they were there in Bahir Dar. They carried out an attack. It was an operation. They withdrew then from Kabul F-14. Now, a second part of the live chat session is about some exchange of statements between EU and Eritrea. An EU delegation visited Tigray this week, held high level meetings, met with Getachew. Delegation in Tigray, while it was in Tigray, called for withdrawal of Eritrean forces from Tigray. That is what Tigray's position is, that Eritrean military is in control of Tigray territories. That statement from EU delegation met with the criticism from Eritrean government. Jimana Gabriel spoke and he said that Eritrean government is that EU delegation is peddling lies, saying that Eritrean forces are not in occupation of any territory which is not part of Eritrea. So what I've been saying is that Eritrea has unilaterally implemented the decision of the Boundary Commission, which was formed more than 2 decades ago. And that is what Yemane said, that the Boundary Commission's decision has been implemented. Not quote unquote, but that is what he meant. That Eritrean military is not in occupation of others' territories, but it is in control of its own territories, awarded to Eritrea. by international commission. It means that Eritrea won't withdraw its forces from the parts which are being claimed by Tigray. How will then uh, there be peace on Tigray-Eritrea border? Eritrean government has taken a position. It is not going to talk to Ethiopia, talk to Tigray about the border. It has unilaterally demarcated the border, you can say. That is why I say that though guns have been silenced in northern Ethiopia, but major issues are unresolved. One of the major issues is demarcation of Tigray-Eritrea border with uh, acceptance from the two parties. It has not happened. Then dispute over the future status of Merabulkaya Sagade Kora Meramata still unresolved. Enge Som photo. Sajid, are you neglecting my questions? No, I have not read your questions. What is your question? Rakik Milak, TPLF ruled Ethiopia for 30 years and robbed the ENDF's battle tools for them, but they can't hit their goal. Fano had only traditional battle tools with when the war started, but now full of many tools. TPLF was more armed, TDF was more armed than Fano. Yes, we can say that. And TPLF attacked Northern Command. It captured weaponry from there. Red entertainment. Have you tried Ethiopian food before? No, I haven't. Blue Sky is talking about a protest in the Somali region for unification with Somalia. I look into it, but the government, which threw one of its ministers behind the bars because the minister criticized the government for banning a rally calling for peace, won't tolerate any such protest calling for reunification with Somalia, of the Somali region. Samper, how does Ola finance itself? Ola has different sources of funding. Diaspora is one of main sources of funding. Oromo diaspora supports Oromo Liberation Army, and there was a protest by Oromo diaspora in Washington D.C. in front of State Department yesterday, I think. Secondly, Ola collects taxes. The areas in Vellaga are where taxes are levied, and taxes are paid to the Oromo Liberation Army. Taxes by the government officials there. Ola is accused of using kidnapping for ransom as a source of income. Ola is accused of robbing banks too. And wherever Ola is in charge, people donate money as well. So Ola has multiple sources of funding. It's not that only, it's not that Ola has backing of anti-Ethiopian elements, financial backing. Ola has several sources of funding. Mirhavi, how about Sudan interest USA? What do you mean? Are you talking about US interest in Sudan? Are you an agent of CIA? Come on. Moni, Mr. Conflict Analyst, where do you see Ethiopia a year from now? Well, I think things change very fast in Ethiopia. No one was expecting last year in September that TDF would be signing a peace deal, ready to demobilize, ready to disarm. It happened. And no one was expecting last year that there would be a big conflict in the Amhara region. It happened. So it's difficult for me to predict what's going to happen in Ethiopia. But I can only say that things are not moving in the right direction. Uh, what are the achievements of this government? One after the other, we are hearing bad news about the economy, about conflicts. 2024 is going to be, I think, more challenging year for Ethiopians, for Ethiopian government. A viewer from Eritrea says, what explained the recent shift in American foreign policy towards Eritrea and its open endorsement of the Algiers Agreement now? I did some videos on that, by the way. I said that Algiers Agreement mentioned by EU and US is basically a strong message to PMRB. US don't want a new conflict in the Red Sea. Red Sea already very destabilized. Houthi is attacking there. And at this crucial time, US EU has given a strong message to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister should respect Eritrean borders, territorial integrity. Uh, and as regards US foreign policy change on Eritrea, I did a video on that too. I mentioned that in a live chat. US policy, foreign policy about Eritrea is basically an admission of failure. US unable to bring about any change. Now it wants to engage Eritrea. It wants to resolve conflicts in East Africa because through these conflicts, Eritrea is getting stronger by different types of interventions. Basically, it's a policy of failure, admission of failure by US government. US cannot be trusted by Eritrea now. Eritrea does not trust US. I don't see any long-term strategic partnership with Eritrea and US. Alex Savoke has joined. Again, regular participant says, hi, Mr. Sajid. Hi, Alex Savoke. Sajid Blue Sky says, Sajid, don't ignore people asking about the chant in Somali region protests. Ring the ding a ling, which is an Oromo chant. Please ask why Somalis are saying it. I'll look into it. I'll do a video on that. You can contact me through email to sajid67200 gmail.com, and you can share the information there. If you have any videos, pictures too, you're welcome to share with me. Now, Sudan viewers, let me speak a little about Sudan, where Burhan is ready to meet with Hamadi. Sudanese government officials have uh, handed over a letter to IGAD. IGAD has been trying to mediate between Hamati and Hamdan Dagalo and Al Burhan. And IGAD's initiative of mediation was rejected by Sudanese military a few months ago. Back then, military accused Kenya that Kenya was supporting RSF and that Kenya should not be leading the mediatory effort. Rather, Salva Kiir of South Sudan should lead the committee. So back then, IGAD was not received very warmly by Sudan military. But things changed after that. Sudan military suffered losses. Now Burhan is eager to have a meeting with Hamadi. And in the letter, Burhan has agreed to have a meeting with Hamadi, obviously through IGAD. Hamati has responded. He reportedly, Hamati says he's agree. He agrees, but he wants to meet with Burhan while Burhan comes in the capacity of an army chief, not in the capacity of sovereignty council head. Burhan is Sovereignty Council head, top slot in Sudan. RSF is in a stronger position in Sudan now. RSF has taken control of Wad Madani from where Sudan's military withdrew, and Burhan is investigating the reasons behind the withdrawal of military from Wad Madani. RSF is now in a position to move towards Gidaraf, which is border with Ethiopia, close to Eritrea. Military collapsing. Military now is losing allies too. Allies criticizing Burhan. They want to remove Burhan to some extent. Burhan is trying to save himself by engaging RSF, by engaging IGAD. Burhan ready to meet with Hamati. Main problem for us, RSF is a recognition. RSF, though in control of more strategic territories and independently, not in alliance with any parties in Sudan, but it lacks international recognition. This is the main problem for rapid support forces. Military losing, but it still is representing Sudan on international forums. Vadiri Sajid, can you make a video about Ethiopian files for bankruptcy? What do you mean by Ethiopian files for bankruptcy? I've been doing videos about Ethiopian economic crises. I am not an economist, but still I try to learn and then share with you what is being reported about Ethiopian economy. Everyone is saying that economy is under serious pressure. But to say that Ethiopia is going to collapse because of this economic crisis, it's exaggeration. Abudi, why are you this much eager on Horn Ethiopia affairs? I wonder you what your real agenda is. I think my real agenda is that I want to cover, I want to understand the political security situation, the diplomatic situation, foreign policy in the Horn of Africa. I'm just a student, no agenda. DW Ethiopia says, do you think Tigray would prefer to remove Isaias and join Eritrea to create a greater Tigray without Ethiopia? Uh, we can say anything, but at this point of time, by the way, we're not covering the humanitarian situation in Tigray. Famine like situation, not famine, basically, it's a drought. The drought could turn into a famine. So, this is what is happening in Tigray. USAID, World Food Program, have not completely resumed aid delivery to the people of Tigray. Aid delivery resumed to some extent. Drought, people dying of hunger, deaths from hunger. Then law and order situation improved a little, but still some reports are coming in about robbery, street crime, etc. I don't think Tigray can make big decisions about alliance with Eritrea, about a new war at this point of time. Right now, Tigray should focus on reconstruction, rehabilitation. That is what is needed. And TPLF alone, TDF alone cannot fight. You need public support for new wars, for new alliance, for new regional alignment. At this point of time, Tigray is not in a position to make big decisions. Those sitting outside Tigray in diaspora, they want a greater Tigray. They want Tigray to take revenge on Eritrea. They build this type of scenarios. But inside Tigray, people are in need of food, in need of education, in need of healthcare facilities. I think the Tigrayan diaspora community should help rebuild Tigray, should help rehabilitate the people of Tigray. This is the time to help the people of Tigray. Diaspora should oppose uh, such calls for greater Tigray for a new war. Mooney Mooney says, your link wouldn't let me donate, Mr. Conflict Analyst. Is anyone having the same problem? I don't know if anyone having the same problem that he's trying to donate money and is unable to donate money, or is it just Mooney? Why is there so much nonsense in these comments? Well, let people speak. Let people speak and let us clarify. Let us explain. Because maybe they are misguided, maybe they are mistaken, but let people speak. I think we should let them speak and we should then give our views. Maybe problem on your side, Mooney, maybe because no one said that they're facing the same problem. Alim says it's true there is a problem. Maybe there's a problem. But I don't know. I'll try to sort it out tomorrow. No problem. I think LM Gizao donated $2, so it means there's no problem. Uh, it's working. Radha says, so do you think Fano can get more arms through Sudan as they control more territory and more secure in the position against ENDF? I think Fano, by the way, I don't know if I should share that here or not, but Fano is getting weapons from Ethiopia. Though Fano is in a position to get weapons from Sudan. Fano groups are there on Ethiopia-Sudan border. They have access to Sudan. I know that. And several Sudanese arms traffickers are operating on Amhara, Sudan border. So they have access to Sudan. But Fano groups can acquire weapons from Ethiopia too, and maybe from Ethiopian government, maybe from people who are in power. How uh, do you know about the integrity of ENDF channels? They have been accused of smuggling food aid into neighboring countries. They were accused by USAID World Food Program that government officials, people in top positions in ENDF were part of the ring which was smuggling food aid provided by USAID and World Food Program into neighboring countries. That is why USAID, World Food Program, suspended uh, food aid delivery to Ethiopia. And I would be surprised if I came to know that some people in top positions in Ethiopian National Defense Force were being bribed and they are supplying weapons to Fano groups. I wouldn't say more than that, by the way. I have some information, but I don't want to make it public. But I said briefly what uh, is happening. Why don't the Western powers name these channels to help the Ethiopians? Western powers will be kicked out of Ethiopia because those men are in top positions. Uh, and Western powers, USAID was kicked out of Eritrea. It does not want to be kicked out of Ethiopia. Too. They want to be relevant here. Or it's the responsibility of government. Government should identify those elements. I saw that video, Alex Avoke, about Fano addressing indigenous fathers. Thank you, A, for this contribution. By the way, I'm waiting for the videos or pictures going to be shared by the government about captured Fano fights. Government has given us a number, and that is 5,200. 5,200. That 5,200 Fano fighters have surrendered. Where are they? Where did they surrender? Who are they? We're waiting for complete report from the government. Then we'll be able to analyze. I analyzed government's claim about Ola. Government claimed that around 1,500 Ola fighters have surrendered in the past few days, and they are going to rejoin society because they have undergone a training. But I got the information from the ground that those shown as Ola are basically suspects. They were suspected of having links with Ola, arrested recently, and they're being shown as Ola members. But we're waiting for analysis about Fano. So far, government has not shared any videos, pictures of Fano fighters who have allegedly surrendered. RPG, very staunch critic, says you are so confused about the people's potential if survival is compromised. You start random theories now. Which random theory? What did I say? I am refuting these theories, by the way. I am challenging these theories. Kidusan Ballet, how about those Tigrayan soldiers released from Dangala prison? Could that bring some changes? They were released, I think. Fano groups did not demand any ransom. They contacted their family members. They're back in Tigray. Obviously, a message of goodwill from Fano for Tigray. But to say that it will lead to Tigray Fano alliance, exaggeration. Let's wait. But Fano wants to improve ties with Tigray, it means, while Western zone is under the control of Fano and Amhara elements. What options are available for Abi to put pressure on his ass? I should do a video on that. I'll do a video on that. Iskahun says, Sajid, do you want TDF and Fano alliance? I don't want anything. I just analyze developments. I don't see Fano Ticker alliance coming, by the way. What is the news about Eritrea, Eritrean Pearl of Red Sea? I spoke on that. It was exchange of statements between the EU and Eritrea. Johnny B has given a suggestion. Eritrea should colonize Ethiopia, the only way to pacify. Come on. Red Moon says, Sajid, I am having my dinner watching you with my family. Welcome to you and your family. Regards to all your family members from my views and news. What is the UAE's true goal in Ethiopia? Giving Ethiopia modern military equipment and technology. I did a video on that 3 to 4 days ago. You can watch that. What are UAE's real plans about Eritrea and Ethiopia? 58 minutes have passed. I think time is up. We do almost an hour a long live chat on daily basis. Thank you for joining the live chat. It was good to be with you again. I tried to respond to your questions. Several questions went unanswered, but I tried to address as many as I could. See you tomorrow in the next live chat session. Again, a request at the end, which I have been making in the past too, that you people help me cover Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, Sudan. So I need your support. People donate money here when I am in live chats. That contribution matters a lot. But the information they provide matters a lot as well. I respond to almost each and every email. I respond to comments on Telegram, on WhatsApp too. So you're welcome to contact me. Let's ensure that we cover each and every development in Ethiopia, Eritrea, in an impartial and unbiased manner. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow in the next live chat session. Stay blessed. Bye bye.